This is RTV6 News at 6, working for you.
Snow-covered sidewalks that lead to schools potentially posing a danger to students. Neighbors not sure who is responsible for clearing them. We get to the bottom of this problem.
Before we get to milder temperatures for the weekend, we've got a very cold stretch to talk about.
And I wish we'd known before so we could say thank you, because what an amazing gift.
A woman's unexpected final gift will help people in one community for years to come. The selfless act you need to see, and it comes during the giving season.
Kids dream of waking up on Christmas morning to find a puppy underneath the tree, but puppy scams are a huge problem during the holidays. It could cost you thousands and leave your children disappointed. Good evening, I'm Amanda Starantino.
And I'm Mark Mullins. First at 6, snow-covered sidewalks leading to schools and fissures. No one is cleaning them off, and it poses a danger for anyone who uses them, including students.
A Hamilton Southeastern Schools employee called us because no one is sure who is responsible for those sidewalks. Working for you, RTV6's Troy Washington is getting answers tonight.
Walking to school shouldn't be hard work, but when the snow shows up...
I hadn't noticed before, but yeah, they're not shoveled. So, yeah, sidewalks are completely covered.
A pretty obvious problem pops up at the Hamilton Southeastern Schools along Oleo Road. Once the bell rings, it's pretty much impossible to take the sidewalk, and RTV6 is told this is nothing new. The district employee who called us says she's waited 2 years for change, and no one is trying to solve the issue, so she reached out to us. She claims no one seems to know who should be clearing the snow to make walking safer for students.
It'd be great if they cleared it off. I can't say I know whose responsibility that is.
Instead of waiting until it happens again, RTV6 got to work trying to figure out who should be plowing the sidewalks. Turns out Oleo is a county road, but the city of Fishers usually handles the job of shoveling the road.
We get a lot of foot traffic through here after school hours and things like that. A lot of kids walk home or walking to different places around here to eat after school.
They try to get to the sidewalks, but the road takes priority. The school says technically shoveling the entire walking area isn't their responsibility, but now that they know there's concern, they'll step up and clear sidewalks if it makes students feel safer. Working for you in Hamilton County, Troy Washington, RTV6.
And at last check, the district was sending someone out to clear those sidewalks. Next time it snows, we will check with them to see if they are keeping them clear.
A lighthearted reminder that could potentially save lives. The Fishers Fire Department posted this on Facebook, quote, "So you never leave a friend who owed you money trapped in the snow after an avalanche. So why would you leave your fire hydrant covered in snow?" Well, the fire department says it's important for you to clear the snow around the hydrant there. Clear at least 3 feet all the way around it. The reason, firefighters may have trouble finding the fire hydrant in the snow, and when there is a fire, every second matters. Having a clear hydrant could be the difference between life and death. Well, the snow is no longer falling, but what's already on the ground sparkled today because the sun was out in full force. Skycam 6 captured beautiful scenes around Indianapolis. Chief Meteorologist Kevin Gregory is here. And so, Kevin, what are you tracking now that we're done with the snow?
We stare at the thermometer and watch it quickly change, it looks like, as we get to tomorrow and Thursday morning. Just flashback, November 11th was when we had our first real snow. We had 2.8 inches of snow. You factor in the last 2 days, and this is our season total so far. Remember, we averaged 26 inches of snow during the winter season. We're inching, pardon the pun, closer. All right, better night tonight to go to basketball game. Pacers are at home. We'll hear more about who's in town. Brad Brown will be live from inside Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Our dry stretch is underway. We've put the snow behind us for now. Coldest temperatures will be Thursday morning. From there, we'll start a sustained warming trend, which will last on through the weekend. 25 in New Powell, Greenfield, also in Hancock County at 25, 28 in Plainfield. Statewide temperatures, the role that the snow cover will play, which is just either side of I-70, is to keep temperatures colder where we have more snow cover. That's the gray of cloud cover that will slip back in tonight. Here's the game plan for tomorrow morning, starting in the teens. We'll talk about what we don't do tomorrow afternoon coming up.
A woman's final gift so unexpected that it shocked much of Hancock County. But beyond the shock, the unprecedented gift will help countless numbers of people, including students, looking to further their education. RTV6's Stephanie Wade with a selfless donation that no one saw coming.
Though Santa isn't due for one more week,
Christmas has come early.
for one Hancock County community.
Oh, I was just thrilled. I could not believe we were getting such a significant amount of money.
$500,000 is being gifted to Greenfield Central High School, Eastern Hancock High School, and the Greenfield Hancock Animal Management each.
We've never had anything that large.
$50,000 to the Greenfield Police Department and $25,000 to the Hancock County Sheriff's Office.
It did surprise me that we, received this money.
The surprise gifts, not from Santa, but this woman.
She drove a Kia and lived in a $140,000 home. She was very frugal. And it was a shock, really, that she had all that money.
A Greenfield native, Patricia Pope, worked as a receptionist at Eli Lilly for 28 years. When she died of cancer back in May, she left $3 million to various organizations.
I guess her parents divorced when she was young, so that she was unable to afford to go to college.
The school district plans on using the money for scholarships for graduating seniors. Pope wanted to make sure students who want to attend college can afford it. An animal lover, the money donated to the police and sheriff departments is being dedicated to their canines.
Our canine program is basically going to be self-sufficient from here on out.
And for animal management,
they live in a horrendous place. It's bad. They live in trailers.
The mayor says they're going to construct a much-needed, brand-new animal control building.
When I came in, I said, I will have you a new place. I didn't know how yet, but I was thinking about how, and then we got notified of Mr. Pope donating this money.
A true Christmas miracle.
It was. It was.
Working for you, Stephanie Wade, RTV6.
Love seeing that.
That's amazing. Wow. Well, we're learning more about what could happen if Indianapolis Public Schools takes back control of 3 Indy area schools.
And this tops the RTV6 news feed. IPS Superintendent Alicia Johnson says the district is waiting for the State Board of Education to determine who will get control of Emma Donnan Middle School, Howe High School, and Manual High School. That decision is expected in January. Johnson says if IPS regains control of those schools, the district will likely allow third parties to offer their programs at those buildings. For example, IPS has shown interest in having Crystal House operate out of Manual. IPS works with multiple educational groups to operate what it calls its innovation network. IMPD needs your help finding these 2 men. Investigators say the men broke into a closed booth at the Southside Flea Market on Southeast Street on November 14th. Police say the suspect stole several cell phones from a display case and drove off in a goldish Buick. If you have any information or recognize these men, call Crime Stoppers at 317-262-TIPS.
Indiana State Police troopers save a dog who was wandering on a local interstate after escaping from a wrecked vehicle. State police say a car ran off of I-465 on the west side around 3 in the afternoon and rolled several times. Troopers say a dog named Poppy escaped and began walking on the busy interstate. State police and NDOT used traffic cameras to find Poppy on 465. They closed a lane of traffic and got the dog in the car. Poppy is okay, and the driver of the car is recovering. For more than a year, RTV6's Hiring Hoosiers campaign has been connecting you with jobs, education, and training opportunities. And over the next 10 years, Indiana is expected to lose about 180,000 workers. Back in March, I introduced you to a new recruitment technology designed to lure talent to local companies struggling to fill that employment gap. We revisit the story in hopes it can help you.
This Broad Ripple business is all about company culture inside the building while providing their product, Covideo, to businesses around the world. But Covideo's president, Jason Price, says finding the right people to work at his tech company is not always easy.
There's a talent gap here. I mean, especially at the executive level. And so, we need to bring these smart people back.
That is why Jason enlisted the help of TMAP to help grow his staff.
So how many leads do you have today?
Elizabeth Abram is Jason's new director of marketing. She's a Hoosier who left for an East Coast job in 2012. But now she's back and has TMAP to thank.
I wanted to stay in technology. I wanted to work for a high-growth company.
TMAP finds talent like Elizabeth by using data, science, and state-of-the-art marketing to select talent specific for Indiana companies. TMAP stands for Talent Map, and Bill Osterly is the CEO. He wants his technology to assist Indiana companies as the state's workforce shrinks.
So the idea was maybe we could build a profile of all of the people in the world who might be willing and able to work in Indiana.
TMAP is working with the state's universities and their alumni to build this talent pool database.
Companies move, which causes more people to move. We have to be aware of our situation. So we're going to have to go outside the state, find the most talented people we can, and recruit them back.
Right now, there are millions of names in the TMAP system, with thousands of people who have shown interest in coming back for the right opportunity.
If you work hard and you show initiative, you can become anything you want.
What are you working on?
Elizabeth Abram is a TMAP success story. Months after her original conversations with Osterly's company, TMAP linked Elizabeth with Covideo and Jason Price.
They really come in, get to understand who we are, and they've done a fantastic job. So we hired in Elizabeth. She was literally the only person that we interviewed.
This was the first company they showed me. Yes.
Was this the one and only?
It was a match, yeah. I wouldn't be here. I'd probably still be in Boston if it weren't for TMAP.
And Osterly says his technology has brought people back to the state to live and work. TMAP is also making efforts to reach younger generations of Hoosiers as well. You can learn more about the workforce development efforts, plus an interesting personal story about what sparked his passion for finding Hoosier talent by heading to hiringhoosiers.com. Well, most kids dream about waking up to a puppy under the tree on Christmas Day.
There are offers out there that say they will make that dream a reality, but we have a warning you need to see, and it could save you thousands of dollars and a lot of headache.
It's hardly your typical Tuesday night at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. The best team in the NBA is here, and oh yeah, there's a lot of purple and gold in the stands here tonight. They've come here to see the Lakers. They've come here to see LeBron. Do the Pacers have what it takes to end the Lakers' winning streak? We'll have a live shot from Bankers Life Fieldhouse coming up.
And Brad, there's some purple on the weather map, but you have to go up to Canada to find it. It's Arctic air. We'll talk about when some of that spills down into the Great Lakes and the Hoosier State coming up.
For only $89 for on time. This is RTV6 News at 6, working for you.
Every day leading up to December 25th, we are counting down the 12 scams of Christmas to keep you protected from fraud. A dream for some kids is to wake up Christmas morning and see a puppy underneath the tree.
Yeah, but this sick scam of Christmas can cost you thousands of dollars and leave your child disappointed. Puppy scams happen all year round, and they're especially prevalent around the holidays. People fall in love with the pictures posted online and arrange to have the puppy shipped. But then something happens. The seller needs more money for shipping, or say the puppy is ill and you'll have to pay for treatment.
I needed an air-conditioned, very expensive $1,100 to $1,300 crate, and that's when I called the breeder back, the so-called breeder, and said, I want my dog or my money or I'm calling the police.
One of the easiest ways to spot these scams is to do a reverse Google image search. It's a huge red flag if you see that photo on multiple sites. Search the seller's business address and phone number. Never pay using Western Union, MoneyGram, or gift cards. Always use a credit card so you can dispute the charges if something goes wrong. The best way to avoid these scams is to adopt, don't shop, and check out your local animal shelter for pets in need of a loving home. Working for you, we're highlighting a different scam crooks like to use this time of year, and we'll show you how to avoid them on our website, theindychannel.com, and on the RTV6 app.
If this is going to be a difficult Christmas for you, you can attend the Blue Christmas service at Speedway Christian Church tonight. The service is specifically designed for people whose Christmas will be hard because of a loss of a loved one, divorce, depression, a family crisis, lack of a job, or many other reasons. The Blue Christmas service begins at 7 this evening, again at Speedway Christian Church. Snow is often a pain because of the mess it causes on the roads and driveways and sidewalks.
But there is another side of the snow, the beautiful side there. Look at that. RTV6 photojournalist Jason Strong took some gorgeous pictures in the Fall Creek area on the north side.
And you can see the sun hitting the fresh coat of snow, covering the branches of those trees, making for a picturesque scene.
And one thing you'll notice from the branches down, the snow starting to disappear over the next several days, but we've got a ways to go. This is why over 8 inches of snow in Greenwood. These are 2-day snowfall totals. Speedway 7.5. That's about the same as Indianapolis, and you can see Zionsville and Muncie 1/2 foot. That was the biggest contribution so far this winter in a 2-day total. Now I want to focus on one of the impacts of the fresh snow cover. It won't be tomorrow morning. This is Thursday morning. Single-digit temperatures, in some cases down to around 5 degrees. Anderson and Muncie at 6, 8 in Petersburg, 5 in Crawfordsville, Newcastle, Rockville. It's a combination of clear skies, light winds, and that fresh snow cover that will allow temperatures to get this cold. To the south, not quite as much snow around, and temperatures will stay around 10 or 11 degrees. First thing in the morning, Bloomington, Columbus to Bedford and Seymour. High temperatures, you see the arc, coldest days tomorrow. Then we start the warm up and the meltdown. As we get to the weekend, there'll be enough snow that's been removed from the landscape that you really start to pick up momentum as far as actually warming temperatures up. Tomorrow, though, we'll be lucky to get to the mid-20s. In most cases, we won't be that warm. Temperature, as we get to Thursday, freezing mark, and then above freezing, and we don't look back from there as we go into the weekend. Right now, the reality is we have a clear sky and 25 degrees, 24 in Greencastle, 20 in Terre Haute. Temperatures tonight are falling a little more quickly now, but once the clouds come back in, and indications are they'll stroll in from the northwest, that will set the stage for temperatures to kind of level out in the teens. 7 a.m., some of the clouds still left around, then they'll move out. We'll pick up more sunshine as we go through the day tomorrow. That does not lead to warmth, though. Temperatures very cold, should be in the upper 30s this time of year. As we mentioned, we stay in the 20s, 22 for the high in Peru and Lafayette, 23 in the metro area. Temperatures in the single digits Thursday morning, but despite that, we'll still make it to around 30 in the afternoon in the metro area. Temperatures warmer, Bloomington to Columbus. Into the weekend, 39 Saturday. Notice just a lot of talk about temperatures because there are no weather systems to bring us any precipitation. 42 Sunday, temperatures early next week in the mid-40s, and everything is relative. When you go from 6 degrees to 45 in the single 7-day forecast, that's a big temperature jump. It feels like a seasonal change.
It looks
you move
like one.
Very slowly at 6 degrees, and you're bouncing around like a kid when it's 45.
Right. Whoa.
I can't wait.
Yeah, it's coming. Thanks, Kevin, for that.
Well, Brad Brown is joining us live from the Pacers game tonight. Hey.
Not just any Pacers game, Amanda. The Lakers come to town. That means LeBron James comes to town. Do not adjust your sets. There is, in fact, a great deal of purple behind me here this evening. They open the doors at 5:30 at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. And I got to tell you, probably the first couple thousand fans that rolled in here, about 95% wearing Lakers gear of some sort. So they will be well represented by the local fans here tonight. LeBron in the starting lineup for L.A. We can tell you that. Anthony Davis, the Lakers big man, dealing with an ankle injury. Questionable for this one tonight. He'll be a game-time decision. We'll find out here in the span of about 45 minutes if he'll be set to go for this one here. Pacers have been holding their own, dealing with injuries themselves over this first third of the season. In fact, they currently sit 6th in the Eastern Conference standings, only a game and a half out of second place. Sixers, Heat, Celtics, Raptors just ahead of Indiana. Tonight starts the second third of the season, so there's still a lot to play for while waiting for Victor Oladipo to return. Pacers are coming off a win Sunday against the Hornets, now winners in 6 of their last 8. Balanced scoring has been a key factor of the success. 5 players are averaging in double figures. Malcolm Brogdon's 19 per game leading the way. 7 guys are averaging at least 9 points per game. They'll need every bit of that tonight, facing a Lakers team that coach Frank Vogel has playing at least as well as expected so far.
That's coaching, you know. Coaching has a lot to do with that, and certainly talent has a lot to do with that. And, you know, the things that they're running, things that we prepare for today, a lot of that is some of the things that Frank was running when he was here.
It's hard to argue that the Lakers are the league's best team. Their season's pretty simple. They opened with a loss to the Clippers, then they won 7 games. A loss, 10 wins, a loss, and currently they're on another 7-game winning streak. In fact, they've won 14 straight road games coming into this one tonight. By the way, we'll have the Lakers on RTV6 Christmas night when they face the Clippers, part of our holiday triple-header next Wednesday. College hoops tonight, Purdue is at Ohio, another non-conference tune-up for the Boilermakers. Of course, right here on Saturday will be the Crossroads Classic at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. IU Notre Dame is the opener Saturday at noon. Purdue will take on Butler in the second game. That'll be at around 2. 8:30. High school basketball tonight, and the schedule includes the new #1 team in Class 4A, and that's Lawrence North. Jack Kiefer, the head coach, going for career win number 800. We were there just a couple years ago when he got his 700th Lawrence North victory, trying to become the second in state history to reach the 800 milestone. Wildcats face Manual. Highlights and reaction tonight on the news at 11. And get a look at the Colts, even after a tough loss last night, still bringing some holiday cheer to Riley Children's Hospital, their annual Christmas caroling visit. Players there, Jacoby Brissett, Anthony Costanzo, and others. Cheerleaders, Mascot Blue as well, sharing songs and gifts with patients and their families. We'll have another dose of that for you coming up tonight on the news at 7. Pre-game warm-ups have wrapped up here. Again, about 45 minutes until tip-off. Biggest test of the season so far for the Pacers. We'll see how they fare against the Lakers here on a Tuesday night. Time for one final break. Back to the studio for a final look at the forecast and more to wrap up tonight's News at 6.
At Ross, yes for less.
Welcome back to the news at 6. Time for the RTV6 photo of the day. And former RTV6 reporter Chance Walser sent in this picture of his son Lincoln standing proudly next to the snowman he built.
And you can see Lincoln is proud that he built a snowman taller than he is.
It's looking good, too. That snowman is styling with a great hat and a scarf there. Lincoln did a fantastic job of bringing him to life. And with the colder temperatures headed our way, that snowman may be sticking around for at least a couple more days, maybe.
Maybe, but that is a very handsome-looking snowman.
Yes, and we want to see your pictures for RTV6 photo of the day. You can email them to news@wrtv.com. And right now, we are especially looking for your snow pictures or holiday photos. Remember, we'll take any picture that is fit for a family photo album. And if we select your photo, it will air right here on the news at 6. Again, the email you need is news@wrtv.com.
Just to show you how great Lincoln's snowman was, there's my attempt. 1330 North Meridian, he's hanging out on the sign. I'm most proud of the hair, which is made of mulch.
I love you, Kevin, but I think Lincoln's is a little better.
I agree. Snow pattern baldness will just leave a pile of mulch.
Snow pattern baldness.
On our sign here as we go through the next few days, because we get above freezing, we make it above 40. 45 is the warmest. All is good.
All is good. Up next here on RTV6 is World News with David Muir.
And we'll be right back here at 7. We'll see you then.